Hey everyone, so really quickly just wanted to get this video out because I have been kind of slacking. I haven't had too much time to upload anything recently, but I did want to get this video up. This is going to be my foundation empties, and some of these I've actually had these for months. Like, I just haven't thrown them out because I've been debating on making these videos or not. So I'm going to start with, let's see, the oldest one. And I only have 3 right now that are empties. I did have 2 more that I ended up throwing the container away, and now I'm like, dang it, I shouldn't have done that. But anyways, so the first one is this Makeup Forever HD foundation. Where am I? Here you go. And I know this is backwards, I'm sorry, but I'm sure you all know, I've seen this, heard of this foundation before. So I did finish all of this foundation. It wasn't a good foundation. What I did like was that this foundation, the color match was like dead on my color. It was perfectly my color. They have a really large selection of colors, so I'm sure you're bound to find your own color. Now, the price, this is a high-end foundation, so the price for this I think is like 36-ish, around that price. So 36-ish to 40-ish, I believe. When I bought this, I did purchase it with the Makeup Forever, the Pro Finish powder, not the HD powder. I got the Pro Finish powder, and that one was around 40, I believe, or 42, something like that. But out of those two, honestly, I liked the powder better than I did this. This on its own, I did not like it. I felt like I had to put too much foundation on, and I still felt like I had to set it with something to give me that extra bit of color, or that little extra bit of I don't know, it's not very, it's not high coverage. It's kind of like a medium, light-ish to medium-ish coverage. But then again, at the time I was breaking out a lot, so right now my skin, it's kind of it goes back and forth, especially since I'm pregnant right now. Like, my hormones are all over the place, so there's times when my skin is just flawless looking, and then there's other times when I look like a pizza, not even kidding. So this, I don't think I would repurchase this. And now, as far as it being for dry or oily skin, I think I have kind of a combo skin. Sometimes it's really dry, like during the winter I have to wear something that's more definitely not like a mattifying or a matte foundation, because I get really dry, and I moisturize and I moisturize and I still get dry. But then there's a lot of times, even when I wear a matte foundation, or even when I set my foundation with powder, I will still get oily in the T-zone. So that does happen even though my skin is dry. I don't know, some of you guys might relate, some of you guys might be like, what? You know? But yeah, so I mean, the price for this, it can be decent. I know a lot of people love this foundation, but on its own, I don't like it. I had to use the powder with it. I don't think I would repurchase this. The only thing that I really loved was that the color was dead on, and it was exact. Like, I don't think I had ever found any other foundation that the color was exactly my color. Like, and this is an N125. Yeah, this was exactly my color. But I don't think I would be repurchasing this. Now, the second one here is this Clinique Stay Matte Oily Free Makeup. That's what it looks like. So this foundation was kind of like a love-hate thing with this. When I first got it, when they put it on at Clinique, I really liked it. And it was, the color is just gorgeous. Like, the color is so nice. It's more yellowy. I like foundations that have a little bit more of a yellow tone than a pink tone, because pink tones don't go with me. I'm not gonna go into the whole cool and warm tones, because I'm probably just gonna sound really stupid, because I'm not too familiar with all of that. But I know I have more yellow in my skin than I do pink. So this is in Golden Neutral. Yeah, number 8, Golden Neutral. Yeah, so this was actually a little bit too dark for my skin. Right now, it's a little bit too dark for my skin. During the winter, it is, you know, a little too dark. During the summer, when I do get a little bit of a tan, it does go really well with my skin, and it matches me perfectly. But there was times where this was too drying for my face. I would not get this if you have dry skin, because it's really gonna cling on to your dry patches like it did to me. Now, I never set this, but because the finish was a matte finish, it really was a matte finish, it was a nice finish, but then throughout the day it kind of oxidized, if that's the word I'm looking for. Yes. And it kind of like broke out. It was like in my chin area, and you know, in my cheek area, and like my forehead right here, it would kind of break out. So I felt like I had to retouch it. And it's a good color. And the one before this isn't the first Clinique foundation I've had, but the first one was the Clinique the Even Better foundation. Now that one, I was so in love with that foundation when I first got it. It was exactly my color. That foundation, I didn't have to set it, and it wasn't a matte, or it wasn't a, what is it, a dewy finish. It was more like a satiny, it was just like this perfect, it gave you like the perfect glow, but at the same time it wasn't oily or shiny, and it wasn't matte, like it wasn't completely dry. So that foundation I really liked. The only thing I didn't like, and it did it with this one too, was that if I would sweat or if it would rain, and we live in Oregon, so it rains a lot here. So if I would go outside and if I would get wet, or like I would be sweating, like you would see my sweat dripping, and it looked like milk. So my makeup would come off and it would look white. So that's the main thing that I didn't like about this foundation. And I haven't had that problem with any other foundation, but with this one and the Even Better one, I did. Now this one, I think I would repurchase this. I would just get a better color though, maybe just a tiny bit lighter, or maybe actually I would repurchase this, but only to use it during the summer, because it does get pretty hot. So this does keep me matte, but I would definitely have to use a setting spray with it, or a really good primer, because by itself I don't really like it. Now the last one that I have here, which is not really my last one, but the one that I actually have the container to show you, is the Maybelline's Fit Me Foundation, and this is in 210. Totally backwards. Ew, I need to do my nails. Look at that, gross. Okay, so this foundation I love. This is my favorite drugstore foundation, and probably my favorite foundation of all time. I would prefer this over this, and over this any day. Like, this foundation is perfect all year round. In the summer, in the winter, it's just perfect. Right now it is a little bit too light for me, because it's kind of the end of summer, so I'm still a little bit tannish, but winter is coming, so this is going to be perfect color for me. During the summer, this is 210, so during the summer I would go probably with the 220. But yeah, I love this foundation. This foundation can be a little dewy, but I always set my foundation, even if it's a matte foundation. I don't know, I just have a thing with like setting my foundation, or I use like a setting spray. But I really like this. It can go either light to medium-ish coverage, and I like that you can build this up. So if you just want like a light coverage, it'll definitely do that. And if you want to build it up, you can also do that with this as well. Now, this, what I don't like is I don't like it without setting it. I feel like it doesn't last on me, and I feel like I have to put this on, set it with a powder, and then also set it with a setting spray. And that's the way I like to use it. Or just with the powder, but not by itself, because I feel like it's a really thin consistency, but it really covers. At least for me, it does cover. And you know, I still have to go down under my eyes with concealer, and sometimes if my skin's really bad, I do have to go in and correct some areas with some concealer on my face. But other than that, this is my favorite foundation. I've probably purchased this like 5-ish times already, and this is always my go-to foundation. Honestly, I still haven't found one that's the holy grail foundation, or at least my holy grail. I feel like this one is my holy grail foundation, and it's so cheap. It's like the cheapest foundation. Well, not the cheapest, but there's some that still are in the same price range, and I have tried them and I did not like them. Like I did have an empty, but I actually threw it away. It's the Rimmel, I think it's a 24 stay. I don't know, but it goes with these, it kind of goes with this, it looks like this. Now this is the primer, this is the Fix and Perfect primer, which I will later get into primers and all of that, but it's this same container. It has a 24, I'm pretty sure it's just the 24-hour, I'm not sure, I don't remember, but yeah, so it's the one that looks like this. That stuff made me itchy. It made me so itchy. You have no idea. Like, it made me itchy, and it had like a perfumey smell to it, which I didn't mind because it smelled kind of good. But I feel like that foundation really broke me out, which I didn't like. And I did finish it because I would use it kind of as a backup, or I would mix it with other foundations, you know, but no. And then the color selection isn't that great. So my color was a little too pink and a little too light, and then the darker one was too dark. So I couldn't get exactly the color. Now going back to this one really quickly, this one is perfectly my color, and I love it. Love it. Now, another one I wanted to talk about really quickly. Oh gosh, 13 minutes. Oh God, YouTube, I hate it. Like, it'll like not let me post a video if it's too long. Ugh. So anyways, so the other foundation I want to talk about, which I actually already threw the container away, was the Kat Von D Lock-It Foundation. Now that one, gosh, that foundation is not even a foundation. That foundation is a concealer. That thing covers everything. Now that foundation, I only really liked it mostly when I would go out at night, because it's a really heavy duty foundation. I wouldn't like to use it as a regular, you know, everyday foundation, because it's too heavy and you definitely feel like you have that foundation on your face. But it does cover, it gives you a really nice finish. But the color selection, I feel like it could be a little bit better. I think now they did add more colors, but when I got mine, it was a little too pink and it was a little bit too light. And the next color up, again, it was still too pink, but it was dark. I don't know. I did like it. It was just, I don't think I would repurchase it again unless they got exactly my color. But even then, I would still dilute it with a different foundation. Like, I would find myself mixing that one with this one because it is a little bit of a thinner consistency. I would always mix it with something else, because it was really thick. Now, I know, just really quickly, I know this isn't a foundation, but this is my favorite setting spray, and I just finished it, so I have to go get another one. And this is the Kat Von D Lock and Load Makeup Setting Mist. I love this stuff. Like, this stuff really does make my makeup stay on longer. It really does the trick. I'm so sad because I'm like all out of this. Oh wait, there's a little left. Come to me. Yeah, so this stuff really works. I love it. It doesn't make me look oily after, or it doesn't make me look shiny. You know, it just does the work. It's not mattifying, but it's not, it doesn't give you like a dewy finish. It just gives you like a really nice finish. So you just, I don't know, I would purchase this if I were you. And it's only $25, so it's a really good price for this. Well, when I bought it, it was $25. I don't know how much it is now, but I would definitely repurchase this. And I'm also thinking about trying the Urban Decay's All-Nighter, or one of those. I've heard really good reviews about those, so I'll probably try one of those as well, but I'm definitely going to repurchase this one. And I think I'm going to finish this video up before it gets too long and doesn't let me upload. Like, I filmed a different video. It was like the random facts about me, and I made it like 19 minutes long, so YouTube was like, nope, you can't upload this. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for those of you who have subscribed. If you like this, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you guys. Bye.